Thursday's morning work. We start off with a subtraction problem. 6 minus 4 and 5/8. So, like the other ones, I'm going to write it vertically. 6 minus 4 and 5/8. We notice that the 6 does not have a fraction with it, so that is the same as 0/8. Then we have the same denominator, so we're going to go ahead and subtract. 0 minus 5. We can't subtract that because 0 is smaller than 5. Go ahead and borrow. Cross out the 6. That becomes a 5. We cross out the 0, and that becomes 8. So now it's 5 and 8 over 8 minus 4 and 5/8. So go ahead and do 8 minus 5. Put it over 8, your denominator, and then do 5 minus 4. Your next one, greater, less, or equal. We have 4/7 and 4/9. We notice that the two denominators are different, so we need to find a common denominator. If we do 7 times 9, we get 63. So for the denominator, we did 7 times 9 to equal 63. Now we need to do that to the numerator. 4 times 9 equals 36. The denominator, we did 9 times 7 to equal 63. So now we need to do 4 times 7, which equals 28. Now, go ahead and compare 36 over 63 and 28 over 63. Which one is larger? Evaluate. We have 5/10 plus 2/4 plus 2/5. If we look at 5/10, 5 is exactly half of 10. So, we can make 5/10 1/2 is the same thing. Then let's look at our 2/4. We can reduce this as well because 2 is exactly half of 4. So this becomes 1/2 plus 1/2 plus 2/5. We can't reduce 2/5. These two are the same denominator, so we can add the numerators. 1 plus 1 equals 2. So now we have 2 over 2 plus 2/5. We know 2 over 2 is the same as 1 whole. So we have 1 plus 2/5. Go ahead and add those two together. Volume. When we find the volume of something, we have to multiply the length times the width times the height. So we have 9 times 7 times 5. I would break this up into 2 multiplication problems. I would bring down the 9 times. Then we know 7 times 5 equals 35. So in order to find the volume, go ahead and multiply 35 times 9. And then our last one, the word problem. For a large order, Mr. Magoo made 3/8 kilograms of fudge in his bakery. Go ahead and circle 3/8. He then got 1/6 kilograms from his sister's bakery. Go ahead and circle 1/6. He needs a total of 1 1/2 kilograms. Go ahead and circle that. And then underline your question. How much more fudge does he need to make? So, in order to solve this, we need to figure out how much they have in total. So we have to take 3/8 and add 1/6. 3/8 plus 1/6. We can't add these fractions yet because they have different denominators. So we need to find a common denominator. So we have to go through our 8 facts and our 6 facts. We want to bring 8 and 6. We have 8, 16, 24, 32. Now let's go through a few of your 6 facts. 6, 12, 18, 24. The number that we see in the top and the bottom is 24. So that is our common denominator. Let's go ahead and put 24. 24. We get to 24 by doing 8 times 3. We get to 24 by doing 6 times 4. So what we did to the bottom, we must do to the top as well. 3 times 3 equals 9. 1 times 4 equals 4. Now, we have to add 9 plus 4, which equals 13 over 24. We're not done yet, though, because he needs 1.5 kilograms in total, and they have 13 over 24. So we need to figure out how much more does he need to make. So go ahead and subtract 1 and 1/2 minus 13 over 24. If you notice, the two denominators are different from each other, so we have to find a common denominator. Go ahead and try that on your own.